Hello YouTube, and welcome to a D.B.T. Gamer Special. This is the 6th part of my Nintendo E3 press conference wrap-up. Now, let's pick where we left off. I was just finishing off talking about Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater 3D. The game itself, it looks pretty good. The mechanic where you take pictures of things in real life to make them into camouflage, it looks like a good idea. It'll be interesting to see what they do with it. But the motion control for walk across a rope bridge kind of seems a bit unnecessary. The next thing that Nintendo talked about was the eShop. They talked about a few things that you can get off the eShop for free. You can get Excite Bike 3D for free for the first few months. So if you want Excite Bike 3D for free, download it as soon as you can because it won't be free forever.
Okay.
They also said that they're going to add some new things to the 3DS's eShop very, very soon. They're going to add a few new consoles to the Birch console library. At the moment, we have Game Boy and Game Boy Color. In a few months' time, we're going to get Game Gear and also TurboGrafx 16 games. I had a Game Gear back in the day, and
Still do, aren't you?
no, I don't. I got rid of it ages ago. The D-pad got broken, and
Oh, well.
that was pretty much the reason why I got rid of it.
I'm pretty sure you used to have one. You've even shown me it.
Yeah, well, I don't have it anymore.
It was hidden under your bed somewhere, amongst all the assorted detritus and Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah, well, I don't have a Game Gear anymore, but I might download a few Game Gear games if I can see ones that I used to like. As for TurboGrafx 16 games, I have most of the ones I want on my Wii, so I probably won't be touching those.
I've never even seen a TurboGrafx 16. That's the one that played games on those little sort of credit card things, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
The next thing that I found was this sort of like 3D Pokédex app. Basically, you download this Pokédex from the Nintendo eShop, and it has all the new Pokemon from Black and White. And basically, the idea of this thing is you download Pokemon onto it, and you can so check your Pokemon's stats while on the move.
Oh.
So these days you can go on Bulbapedia and check when certain Pokemon learn which move. I think the 3D Pokédex does that, but only for Generation 5.
That sounds pretty crap, actually. Okay, fair enough. It's a nice gimmick for Pokemon fans, but
Exactly, it's for fans.
But really, if you want to know if you want to know status of Pokemon, Bulbapedia. It's quite literally a Wikipedia site for Pokemon. It's got all the information you would ever need for any generation. Go to Gelboro, you can see your Pokemon having sex with each other.
Adam.
Yes, I have a lot of time on my hands.
This 3D Pokédex thing, they also showed off a little mechanic. Let's say if I was taking pictures. Let's say if Adam was in the park one day, and he wanted me to take a picture of him standing with a Pokemon. So I could put Adam in the picture and put him next to my superior.
Just so long as I was only standing with it.
So you can take pictures and put like, the Pokemon into the picture. So you can make like that sort of thing. My views on
I'll probably take one of him with some weird Pokemon. I'll probably use it for his YouTube background or something.
My views on this, it looks alright, but I won't be downloading it because if I want to know about Pokemon stats, I will use Bulbapedia.
And plus you probably know it all anyway.
The 3D Pokédex thing, yes, it is free for a limited time.
Okay. What else we got?
Give me a moment.
You want to pause while you scan through your many notes?
Right, here we go. Now on to some actual DS games. The first DS game they showed off in this little segment I managed to find. This was on the Nintendo Wii's Nintendo channel. They showed off Professor Layton and the Last Spectre.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Professor Layton game, but
It's a shitload of mind puzzles. It's like Dr. Kawashima's brain training, only with a plot.
The main bad guy's a ghost, so it's a Professor Layton game. It's like a horror sort of theme.
Fair enough.
The next game in this little trailer I watched on my Nintendo Wii was Super Fossil Fighter.
Hey.
This looks like Spectrobes, but without the Spectrobes and with dinosaurs.
Okay.
It looks okay. And here's a new one for Kirby fans, but I won't be buying this because it looks shite. The game is called Kirby's Mass Attack.
Huh?
Kirby's Mass Attack. How do I explain this? Kirby's Mass Attack, basically you have multiple Kirbys on your screen, and you control all these Kirbys with your stylus to complete each level in turn. The only reason I'm not buying this is because, one, it looks gimmicky, and two, why on earth are we controlling Kirby with a stylus again? We had a game called Kirby's Canvas Kerm, which was where you rolled Kirby around with a ball with the stylus. That was shit. Not many people bought it. Why on earth are we going back to this idea of controlling a character with a stylus? It just doesn't appeal to me at all.
It must appeal to someone, possibly the game developers.
They also showed off a newer Dragon Quest game. Dragon Quest Dungeon Monster 2.
Dungeon Monster?
Well, basically, imagine Pokemon, but Dragon Quest 5.
Right.
Basically, imagine a Pokemon game, but instead of using Pocket Monsters, you can use Dragon Quest monsters that you would normally fight in Dragon Quest random battles.
Right. Okay, fair enough.
So, all you people who like the Dragon Quest monster sort of games, there's a new one coming for the DS later on this year. Adam, pause camera, please. Right, YouTube, I've looked through all my notes. This is the last thing I want to talk about.
Yay.
I made an effort to actually look at this game because I want to see what they've done to this. And I am very sad. Thank you, whoever made this, for ruining one of my most favourite game franchises of all time. Thank you for pretty much upsetting my entire soul.
Wait, what the hell is it?
It pains me to say this, but someone has tried to revive Spyro again.
I thought you wanted that.
Yeah, but they've done it wrong. They've revived it in the wrong way for several reasons. This new Spyro game will be called Skylanders. Okay, here's how it works. This game is designed for children, pretty much. It's a children-based game only.
Right.
When I played Spyro when I was these days on the old PlayStation, on the old GameCube ones, the platforming ones, the Spyro games sort of appeal to people who are children, people who like platformers. You know, they sort of appeal to people of all ages, but this one appeals to children only.
Right.
Basically, Skylanders, or the new Spyro as I like to call it. How do I explain this? Right, you've got a game. And with this game, you get 3 action figures. And these action figures, you get this little pedestal, and you put the action figures on the pedestal, and the pedestal scans the action figure into the game, and we can use that action figure in the game. And let's say if that action figure levels up in the game, the character data is saved on the toy itself. Haven't you ever heard of memory cards before?
That sounds needlessly complicated for leveling up a character.
Basically, this new Spyro game it looks like an RPG sort of game, and you've got multiple characters, and if you want to unlock new characters, you have to buy action figures, and you scan these action figures into the game, and if you want to save your character data, you have to have the toy with you and save it onto the toy. 'Cause I imagine the toy has some sort of computer chip inside it which saves all its data.
Right.
I am very annoyed and saddened by this because
That just sounds like busy work for something that should be quite simple.
this will not revive Spyro. In no way, shape or form is this going to work. For one giant reason. Spyro used to appeal to all ages. Everybody who liked platformers would probably want to play it. Now it only appeals to kids, so you're basically shut on your market. And these days, children don't always like to play with toys. You know, toys aren't as popular as they used to be. So
Now to little kids, yeah, but
I really don't see this working.
even I grew out of toys when I reached about 7.
So, this new Spyro game has made me feel very sad. So, I
So it
suppose-
sounds like a needless gimmick that's supposed to revive a dead franchise that'll probably fail miserably and send the whole thing into obscurity.
Well, personally, I was hoping they'd come up with a good idea, but they came up with something that was shite. It's maybe a very, very...
Irritated.
yes, to say the least. And that's all my Nintendo stuff, YouTube.
Yay, thanks fuck for that! I can stop sitting behind this warm radiator for some piss. Why? It's middle of summer, why is this radiator warm?
Can I finish off? So what did I think of Nintendo's E3 press conference?
Long drawn out and heavily winded.
Nintendo's E3 press conference, I thought it had a few problems. Problem number one, well, the E3 press conference was set into sort of like 3 sections. Section number 1 was Zelda, section number 2 was 3DS stuff, and section number 3 was Wii U. Now, what 2 things are missing from this? The Wii and the DS. They didn't talk about the Wii at all, and I had to go digging for Wii games. Literally, I broke a diamond shovel over this. And when I was trying to find DS games, I had to go through 2 diamond shovels.
So, that says to me that they're trying to slowly phase out the Wii and DS.
Yes, basically, Nintendo are saying that the Wii isn't dead yet, but you're not fooling anyone, guys. The Wii is dying.
It's dying a death, and it has been doing for many years.
It's going to be... the Wii, I think it'll be dead by the end of 2011.
Really?
Well, the Wii U is set to come out sometime in
2012, did you say?
sometime halfway through 2012, and there don't look to be that many more good Wii games left. The only 2 I'll be buying are Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword and Kirby.
Right.
And as for my DS, I've seen no games at all out for my DS.
Yeah, we're getting to that part of the year now where nothing's coming out. Anything interesting at all.
So, Nintendo's E3 event, it was a good E3 event, but I wish they'd have talked about the Wii and the DS a bit more. The Zelda stuff was fine, the 3DS stuff was awesome, the Wii U stuff was nice to look at, you know, to see what they've actually finally come up with this new console. But the Wii stuff was okay, but the DS stuff was pretty disappointing. And that's pretty much it, YouTube. In the next video, we're going back to the world of Kanto and play more Pokemon Blue version. See you then.
Oh, God.
0 to Kanto, please.
Forgot about all this.